And we're back, our third playing session here, and I think we've basically explored everywhere outside that we can really get to without boosting our telekinesis or something, and now we have Fort Joy before us, and there's a bunch of stuff happening in front of the gates, just kind of observing. There's this paladin-looking lady, she's got these weird tall creatures, maybe they're elves. There's Magister Atusa, the lizard that we've heard about that we're supposed to help. Bishop Alexander, we saw his bust, so we already got some familiarity with him.
Oh, that's true.
Then some Magisters, and clearly there's some sort of conflict here. So, well, looks like this is the way, and probably a bit of trouble ahead. Best let me do talking, eh? Unless you have any objections.
Just try not to get us killed.
What? Please.
We want him talking.
If he's trying to not get us killed, then what do I get?
Oh, what have I got you into much danger? Not at all.
How about we find out if we can find someone to pawn off this cat?
Hang on to your pussy for a moment, yes?
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape.
Very well, just try not to enslave the poor lizard woman up there.
This is the one they talked about at the other camp. Yes, she has in fact been helping sorcerers escape.
I'd sooner cut my tongue
Yes.
out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
That is not true.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Me oh my.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. Do not listen to this Magister scum. This bishop. You are of the ascended and greatest race. You must not kowtow to them. I am the Red Prince. You will address me and this lesser servant of the lizard kind. She is in my charge now.
Stay silent, lizard.
You sound like Sabine.
Atusa holds the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the void destroy it. Dallas,
Yes, Your Holiness.
I believe we're done here.
Right. Oh, stop that!
What a waste. Come, you'll be needed elsewhere. Hush now.
Was that absolutely necessary?
Why did they do this?
They were correct, I suppose, in their suspicion that she was helping sorcerers like us. But we have something to say. Beast, what do you think of
The
this?
lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
To die at the hands of a human is insulting and unjust. I will have blood for her blood.
To die at the hands of a human is insulting and unjust.
No, we have to hear this
I will
twice.
have blood for her blood.
One less Magister for me to kill. Good.
One less Magister for me to kill. Good.
I have the chance to be incredibly hypocritical.
I wish we had the telltale option of just going
Right,
just remain
right.
silent. Yeah, I don't like any of these choices.
Well,
I could use that option right now.
if Sabine wouldn't say it, then pick the very
Yeah.
remotely closest, and we'll let you just say something else.
Yeah.
Clearly, it was a mistake for her to live in servitude to these people.
To hell with her. Those who serve like slaves will die like slaves.
You living creatures, you're so prone to violence. Naturally, the weaker specimens suffer.
These creatures are so prone to violence. Naturally, the weaker specimens suffer.
Well, this is Fort's Joy, and we have our source collars on still. But unless we mean to live on the beach like some sort of peasant creatures, there's nothing more to do. We must venture in. Unless you have objections, I am a good leader. I listen. Yes, yes.
No.
Push forward, I say.
Move forward.
Keep
Let
your
us see
eyes.
if we might get something. I'd like to get myself a nice, clean set of clothes as well, like Madame Sibyl.
Not everyone finds magic robes on the streets. What is our main objective here?
More collars.
Journal, what was that? T?
I would think it'd be J.
L?
I would think.
Log. L. Okay.
Log is L.
So there's a lot of stuff here. We escaped the ship, and maybe there was divine intervention involved. We've got our own quests, of course. But I guess our goal is to get our source collars off. You're a person. You human.
Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach.
I was very close as well. I saw them murder her in cold blood.
A kin, is it? A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due. Doubly so for a lizard traitor. Because she couldn't die twice.
Before I say a scolding thing, you have gold and a bowstring. I will take both of them. The system is so silly.
His outfit's rather nice too. You think you could buy that off of him?
Unfortunately, it does not look like he is interested in sharing his outfit. Can you pass over some of those shields? A couple you have them. Let's clear them up, huh? Do not need to be carrying around too much. Yes. There we go. Ooh, too much. Too much. Okay. Well, what do you all want to do in here anyway? Just new clothes?
I noticed some of my kin over there. I wish to speak to them.
Alright. Well, everyone is a traitor to someone.
All that stands between everything you see and avoid Woken's throat. Any traitor to them is a traitor to us all.
We have dealt with Void Woken.
Believe it or don't. The Divine Order doesn't need our loyalty. They'll save us in spite of ourselves. Even you, skin shedder.
He said skin shedder.
I believe I have you beat on that, my red friend.
Oh, look, it is the survivors, or some of them.
They are abusing my fellow kin. I must stop this.
I am going to simmer a bit, so yes, you talk. Dewan, help me teach this beast. He must respect.
They are not respecting you.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make it so hard?
What does she ask?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms.
He attempts to intimidate.
Just stand aside, Roger, mate. This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
I know that man.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you.
We do not want to cause too much trouble while guards are nearby. Just keep that in mind.
I think you should perhaps back off.
The intense-looking man stands beside you against the thugs, shooting you an appraising glance. Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Do you want this? Really want to test me?
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat on my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows
That-
to you in
that-
thanks.
That actually worked.
I can be quite intimidating.
So you say.
The elf wants us to follow her.
Why?
Safe place.
She wants to take us to a safe place.
Is there such a thing in this void-walking infested land? Magisters? Creepy void.
For an elf to consider it safe, I would imagine it's pretty up there.
Flesh eaters. Very well. We must
I want
start
to talk.
somewhere.
Before we do, I want to talk to this man over here. He looks familiar.
Feels so good.
Yes,
Oh, are they leaving already?
She's just walking off.
we can follow her on the map. Ivan looks to have been in a vicious fight. He rolls his sleeves down and casually wipes some blood from his cheek. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Always business to take care of. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
Ah, so you are the same person that we saw.
He stretches out one rough hand to shake you.
Yes. I'm not really much of a handshaker.
Suit yourself. Probably wise, given the rashes you can pick up around this place.
Oh, yes, rashes. It's a good thing my skin shed over here doesn't have to worry about such things.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours.
Just like that? You think I look trustworthy? Just like that?
It's as
I
if
just
we're
got
playing an
some
RPG.
errand. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
What is he up to?
He says he has some sort of errand that he needs to run. An errand? That sounds a little slippier than a void-walking eel.
Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
So who are you here to kill?
He shoots you a flinty look, all teeth and peril.
Lone wolves only share such information with friends. Are we going to be friends?
Well, I suppose better that than enemies.
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in.
We have not formally introduced you into my cohort. There are some steps and do's and other things. Don't be so hasty.
Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need?
So out of character, this is interesting. By answering this question, does that customize the class that Ifban is? Really?
Yeah. One of the selling points is this game is that you can actually change what your companions are to fit what you want for your party.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder, can we do 5? Is he going to join us as an NPC? Probably not, but...
I have no idea, because I thought it was a max of 4, so I don't know if we can also get NPCs or not. I don't know.
Or one of us takes over or something. Let's see.
Well, this would be interesting. Well, if we do need him, I feel like we do need more frontline people, right? Because most of us are ranged, I think.
Yeah.
I'm kind of soft front. I'm kind of can be between ranged and front runner. So maybe someone with muscle might be more useful.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
All right. All right, well, I'm interested with someone with a little bit more. He looks at himself. Meat on their bones.
Too much, you might say. I can make them bleed any which way you want.
Ooh.
Wow, even more customized.
So you can pick a fighter, someone who can deal plenty of damage and defend themselves, someone who can strike up close but deal damage from afar. A battle mage would do, which we already have, I think. For an executioner, someone who could deal a lot of damage up close and personal, a knight would fit the bill. Interesting. Looking for an inquisitor, a fighter who doesn't shy away from dabbling in dark arts and enjoys pummeling his enemies with a two-handed hammer. Interesting. And then you can change your mind. This is really cool. I like this.
Yeah, it's really cool. You're not limited then to the classes of the NPCs that they come with.
So what I'm thinking is, obviously we can definitely discuss this, but we already have a battle mage. I feel like Sabil kind of fits a lot of what the Inquisitor already does, dabbling with dark arts. So I'm thinking between the knight and the fighter, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the knight is a little bit more tankish than the fighter, I think.
Possibly. I'm not
No,
too
I think
familiar
the
with
fighter's a two-handed weapon, if I remember from the class selection.
Yeah.
So fighter would be more defensive.
Yeah, and I don't think we have anyone who is a sword and shield kind of guy, because I use two-handed weapons myself, and if we're trying to distribute equipment around, maybe having someone with a sword and shield might be more useful.
Yeah. Go
So, do you want me to go for a knight?
Fighter.
Oh, fighter is the sword and shield guy more than a knight? Really?
Yep. I'm pretty sure.
themselves too.
Ah, okay, cool. We'll go with fighter then.
Can do. Onwards.
That settles it.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Looks like you've got quite a big little crew already.
Okay.
My instincts tell me to travel with a smaller pack. But if you happen to lose one...
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, or if one of them does not perform to the best of their abilities, then we will seek you out.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Oh, good. There is, Los. We rescued her as well. Or do you want to seek after the elf that Sabil was talking with?
Fair enough. Let us.
Looks like a smithy over this way. Could be advantageous. Get some gear. I'm quite spent on walking around in my less than the finery I deserve.
Why don't we run off and find out where that other elf ran off to before we lose track of her?
Yes, let me speak to her this one very quick.
Scraps of metal. The woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
What you after?
I am looking for proper service, and you will craft some things for me.
A grin cracks her stony face.
Sure thing.
Excellent. Ooh, she's got I remember skill books. She has hundreds of golds. There's a magic ring that boosts scoundrel. We don't have any scoundrels. Lock picks, trap disarming, elemental totem, farsight infusion. So she's got a bunch of summoning books.
Oh.
So you already have conjure incarnate, right? In elemental totem.
I do, yes.
But you don't have farsight infusion.
No.
Okay, and then she also has dimensional bolt.
Yes, I have dimensional bolt.
Okay. Now these are 200 with my discount, 291. So probably a little out of our range right now, but I can unload a bunch of junk. So I'll do that later.
Yeah, let's see what's...
For now, Sabil's pretty combat capable. I mean, they could be famous last words, but the incarnate totem seems to be working well so far.
Okay.
For me, I'm probably going to try to prioritize equipment that can help me be more of a tank for the group. So protective materials, armor, things like that. No shields, because I'm two-handed weapons.
Well, I'll make sure to grab all this. It all adds up, because we're gonna. If you remember from the first game, those books get pretty expensive
Mm-hmm.
in gear and those kind of things. So we won't steal, but I'll do, as I mentioned before we started. I'll just mention on our recording here. I'll be doing a lot of like inventory management and shopping stuff, kind of off stream, because that's easier. What is going on with her? This is your friend or this is someone else? She's diseased. Ugh.
Ooh.
It is someone else.
Oh. Beast, you are
It's not-
fairly diseased. I mean, looking. Maybe you talk to her, huh? Oh, crap.
Not the undead. No. Okay.
Or maybe undead, yes. I accidentally stole someone's basket.
Smooth.
Well, Fane, do we want to talk to her or just go after... Oh, you're already doing it. Okay.
Oh no, Fang can talk to her.
Leave me go. Cough, cough. Hold on. You won't tell anyone that I have done this. Okay.
Oh. It's His Highness doing something nice.
What?
Only
Oh.
because it serves.
I accidentally clicked on something. So...
There, I've purged your disease.
Go.
What?
I did it. I am very smart and capable. But this looks like the wet death.
Get away. Get back. At least wait till I've croaked my last if you want to study me.
She has lots of books for necromancy. How unsurprising. And some boots. Anyone using necromancy?
No.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
No.
I just cured her, but she's not,
That's interesting. I would think she would say something about that.
right? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe we triggered it in the wrong order or something.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Did you
I
actually...
accidentally tried to steal a bedroll. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, this game's a little unforgiving, because I was trying to click something too and accidentally tried to steal her rope. Maybe...
We are
Alright, maybe we should move on.
yes.
Before we accidentally actually steal something.
Elfie, Elfie, Elf. Where are you, Elfie, Elf?
Her
Where is-
name was Elodie.
Is she in this cave?
Oh, look! Beast, you must know that person.
Looks like they had run-ins with Griff as well. Maybe we should talk to the Griff at some point. But,
Yeah.
dwarf,
It's-
frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This fella could use a little comfort.
He'll kind of hesitate and like reach for his side. Oh, all right. Pull out the flask.
It's for a good cause.
Just what I ordered. In your peach, love. And all you here and thank you too if you could.
What happened to him?
Poor fella over there crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Don't to be sure, but I'd like to ease his way
Oh,
out.
to the skull. Oh,
Oh,
How about that?
if I had more, I'd give it to you more. No man desires to go out that way sober.
Ooh.
That was good thing you did, Beast.
He's drunk.
There is dog over here named... Well, you talk to dog.
Yes.
maybe that black dog wants to hang out with this black cat.
Yeah.
No. One pet.
Can we trade?
Can you get the cat away? The dog refuses to talk when the cat is in your presence.
So who's the cat following? Is it me? No, it's Beast.
It's Beast.
Beast.
Of course.
Run off,
That's
Beast.
kind of neat.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Why
That's
must
cool.
you torment me like this cat?
Hello, buddy.
Oh, hey.
Oh, I don't know his name yet. What is your name?
I'm Buddy.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
The tip of his tail starts to wag.
What is the matter, young pooch?
It's no use anyway.
You look a little thin. Why don't you have some
The
meat?
dog tentatively sniffs the offering, then grabs it between its teeth and swallows it.
Was that a person?
You're nice. Emmy would have loved you.
Oh, he says Emmy would have loved me. Is she the reason you are so sad, young cook?
She was my mate for the last 7, carried the children.
No. No.
5 years.
Oh,
The Magisters.
No puppy love. No.
the Magisters, they took her.
This dog is
Buddy
deprived
is
of
the-
love.
How could you be so heartless, Red Prince? His mate was taken from him.
Is everything okay down there?
We're fine. Just fine.
Oh,
Why don't you join Beast? Beast,
Yes,
Red, Your Highness. We have this. We can take care of this.
I must hear everything to make sure you do not make any foolish decisions.
Foolish. Us? Foolish?
Doug, you seem to be very bad at maths.
Emmy was always the smart one. I guess that's why they took her and not me.
Oh, Emmy was the smart one. It breaks my heart.
They are making her a source hound, I would bet.
Have you seen your mate, Dole, since she was taken?
Nope. Haven't smelled her either.
Oh.
She was real bright, you know. Had the best sniffer you've ever seen.
Best sniffer.
That's why they wanted her.
Oh, you poor thing.
Let me show you something.
Oh, he wants to show me something. Oh, follow dog. He gives me key.
Nice.
Key to what?
Did you just take that key?
It smells of dog breath. I am the keeper of the keys.
He gave it to me.
Fine. Take your stupid dog smelly key. But do not let me, Fine, there. Get it. Take it.
Why don't you ask the hound what the key is for?
I will do that when the Red Prince stops whining.
Yes, the Red Prince, like a fine red wine. Yes.
Oh, you poor soul. Where can we use the key you showed me?
Key? What key? Oh, the key.
Short memory.
The Magister who took Emmy dropped it when he was walking away. Did someone say Emmy?
No.
The Magister who took Emmy dropped it when he was walking away. Oh.
If you find out where it leads, if you see Emmy, tell her I miss her.
I'm sure she is still alive and just... Oh, we have to help this poor one.
What?
Where did you last see her?
Not too far from here, but she was taken by a guy in a white robe who smelled horrible. Like lots and lots and lots and lots and...
Okay, she was taken by a guy in white robe and he smelled very, very bad.
White robe?
Dogs, and also a little like dead people.
Smelled of dogs and dead
Big
people.
castle just there. I'm so worried about her.
She is in the big castle. Good boy, good boy. Let me give your tummy a little
I
rub.
think I love you.
Oh,
Oh, puppy love.
oh. Thank you, buddy, for all your assistance. We will find Emmy and tell her you miss her.
Beast, come back over.
Oh,
So let me just walk through this situation. We have crash landed on terrible prison, terrible place. We are source bound around our necks. Voidwoken are coming and attacking us. We have no clothes, no equipment. We do not know anyone. We are barely surviving, and yet Sabil here has decided that our resources and effort and time should be devoted to reuniting this dog with his bitch. Is this what I am hearing?
Have you not heard of compassion?
Priorities.
This dog has lost something precious to it while we have nothing.
That we have nothing, yes. We need stuff. I am not suited to this sort of lifestyle.
Well, maybe you should try.
We cannot prioritize rescuing dogs in this time.
I say we take it for a vote. All in favor of helping the hound, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
I?
Peace, you
There we are.
traitor.
That's 3.
Diplomacy at work.
Huzzah.
You think this is a diplomatic situation? Very well. If it comes across that we have good reason to be in the same place and happen to be across the dog, then fine. But our efforts now should not be devoted to. This cannot be our first thing to go after, eh?
Yes. Sure, Your Highness.
Okay. Someone has left these scattered about. Where is that elf person?
Perhaps she was in the cave?
I smelled some unpleasantness beyond the cave. Bodies and blood on the ground.
You want to investigate?
It is a brutal-looking pile of unpleasantness. Perhaps we look into this before the cave? So much to do, so much to see.
Yes.
I need...
Perhaps blood and bodies can give you all your fine clothing that you so desire.